A light woman is the type to be unfaithful, unreliable, unethical, everything.
Fatality.
Unlearned, uneducated. She's the type to be superficial, destructive, and lazy. Let's go back to 2 Maccabees 7 to learn more about the virtuous woman with 7 sons.
2 Maccabees chapter 7, verse 20. But the mother was marvelous above all and worthy of honorable memory.
Because this woman watched 7 of her sons die because they refused to go against God's dietary laws. Why was she marvelous above all and worthy of honorable memory?
For when she saw her 7 sons slain within the space of one day, she bare it with a good courage, because of the hope that she had in the Lord.
She was a very courageous woman, more courageous than most men.
Yea, she exhorted every one of them in her own language, filled with courageous spirits, and stirring up her womanish thoughts with a manly stomach, she said unto them.
Now, I got a question. What does it mean when the scripture says, stirring up her womanish thoughts with a manly stomach? Who got it? Stuart Adriel, mic is yours.
Permission to speak.
Granted.
That means she set aside her emotions.
Very good. Excellent, excellent, excellent. When the scripture says that she stirred up her womanish thoughts with a manly stomach, it meant that she didn't give in to her emotions. As a woman, she wanted to nurture her children. Those are womanish thoughts. But the situation called for her to be strong like a warrior. Very few women are able to do this. Many women of the modern day are so emotional that they will sabotage everything for little to nothing.
Women and their children, that's going to be a big topic in Israel. Whether you get a wife and y'all have children together, or you marry a sister that has children prior to y'all getting in a relationship. If she cannot put aside her emotions to follow the Lord in relation to her children, don't marry that woman, because it's only going to cause turmoil in your household. It's only going to cause issues within your household because, again, she allows her emotions to rule her over what God says and over being logical in these certain situations. And that is not a characteristic for a godly woman to have. A godly woman is supposed to be able to think logical and say, okay, what is God telling me to do in this situation versus what my emotions are telling me to do, and put those things to a side. Emotions play a part in a woman's role, but there's certain situations where, as we're reading, she has to be able to put those things aside, because a lot of times women will allow their emotions to destroy your household, and a lot of that could be centered around how they feel about their children.
Well said, D. Brothers, I hope you're taking heed. A lot of brothers had to learn this the hard way. So you men have no excuse. When y'all reach out to the outreach team with all of y'all's marriage drama, the first thing that we're going to ask you, how well did you watch this class? Ladies, did you watch the class about marrying a righteous man? Brothers, did you watch the class about marrying a virtuous woman? If the answer is no, you're not going to hog up all the time.
Nope.
You're going to get redirected to these lessons and take heed step by step, because this is a foundation from which we can build. I need all of you super deep Israelites to know, when the Most High established a man, he did not start by establishing a camp. He established a household. That's the foundation of prosperity on earth. When you read in Genesis chapter 1, you don't read about the Most High setting up a camp.
Nope.
When the Most High wanted there to be dominance on earth, he set up a man and a woman. Look at what happened during the time of Noah. After the Most High flooded the earth, did he say, hey, let's go set up a camp?
Nope.
He said, no, I'm taking the men, I'm taking their wives, and we're going to start over again. So I need all of you men who put the cart before the horse to understand, if you can't rule your house, how can you rule the church? Before you take on higher things, it all starts here. And a big part of the reason why many men are not effective leaders is because they don't have their house in order. Back to the scriptures.
2 Maccabees 7, verse 22. I cannot tell how ye came into my womb, for I neither gave you breath nor life, neither was it I that formed the members of every one of you.
Now, we're reading 2 Maccabees chapter 7, verse 20, all the way down, talking about a woman marvelous above all, worthy of honorable memory. She was marvelous above all and worthy of honorable memory because she was a courageous woman. This woman had incredible courage. She didn't give in to her emotions.
Nope.
She had emotions where she wanted to coddle her children, but the situation called for her to be a warrior princess. Very few women are able to do this. And a lot of women, they get so caught up in their emotions, they will sabotage everything because their emotions run amok. The scripture says, I cannot tell how ye came into my womb. These are her words to her 7 sons before they perish. Read.
I cannot tell how ye came into my womb, for I neither gave you breath nor life, neither was it I that formed the members of every one of you.
Even in her darkest moment, this woman was still teaching her sons. This is the mindset of a virtuous woman. Here's a good way to know if you've got a virtuous woman, men. If something pops off, is she telling you to cower or endure? Hold that. Let's go to Job chapter 2. Think about Job's wife.
The book of Job, chapter 2, verse 7. So went Satan forth from the presence of the Lord, and smote Job with sore boils from the sole of his foot unto his crown. And he took him a potsherd to scrape himself withal, and he sat down among the ashes. Then said his wife unto him, Dost thou still retain thine integrity? Curse God and die.
Just give up, Job. Curse God and die. That was her mindset. The mindset of a quitter. The minute the going gets hard. Constantly ruled by her emotions. Read.
Verse 10. But he said unto her, Thou speakest as one of the foolish women speaketh.
What?
Thou speakest as one of the foolish women speaketh.
Come on.
What? Shall we receive good at the hand of God? And shall we not receive evil? In all this did not Job sin with his lips.
Job told his wife, you sound like a foolish woman. You sound like a light woman. You're not virtuous. A virtuous woman understands that good and evil comes from the hand of God. Blessings and hardships. And you have to take both because the Lord giveth and the Lord taketh away. A lot of you men don't amount to much because your wife has the spirit of Job's wife, but you don't have the spirit of Job on you to rebuke her.
Fatality.
So you give in. Prime example, 2019. I'm healing.
Bruh.
Okay, baby, let's heal. We don't have to keep the Sabbath anymore. You remember that?
I do.
And then what happened? You had brothers 10 toes down, minute their wife say something, out the door. Only within a short amount of time, those same men's wives divorced them, leaving them in the wind.
Fatality.
So now you have no congregation and you have no wife.
Stupid.
A virtuous woman stands 10 toes down when the going gets hard, not just when you're up. So if you're considering a woman that you've known for a while, ask yourself, where was she in your darkest moments? A virtuous woman is a woman of courage. She's willing to give her life to support you.